The oldest man in the world 256 years breaks the silence before his death and reveals its secrets to the world. According to a 1930 New York Times article, Wu Chengxie, a teacher of the Chengde University, found Imperial Chinese government records from 1827 congratulating Li Qingyuan on his 150th birthday, and even more documents later congratulating him on his 200th birthday in 1877. In 1928, a New York Times reporter composed that many of the old men in Li's neighborhood asserted that their grandfathers understood him when they were boys, and that he at that time was a grown man. Li Qingyuan reportedly began his herbalist profession at the age of 10, where he collected herbs in mountain ranges and learned of their strength for longevity. For almost 40 years, he endured on a diet plan of herbs such as lingji, goji berry, wild ginseng, Hishu wind gotu kola and rice wine. In 1749, at the age of 71, he signed up with the Chinese armies as instructor of martial arts. Li was stated to be a much loved figure in his neighborhood, marrying 23 times and fathering over 200 kids. According to the typically accepted tales told in his province, Li was able to read and write as a kid, and by his 10th birthday had taken a trip in Gansu, Shanxi, Tibet, Annam, Siam and Manchuria gathering herbs. For the very first century he continued at this occupation. Then he changed to offering herbs gathered by others. He sold lingji, goji berry, wild ginseng, Hishu wind gotu kola along with other Chinese herbs, and lived off a diet of these herbs and rice wine. He wasn't the only one. According to one of Li's disciples, he had as soon as experienced an even older 500-year-old male, who taught him Qigong exercises and dietary recommendations that would help him extend his lifespan to superhuman percentages. Apart from Qigong and a abridged diet plan, exactly what else can we learn from this master of longevity? How about this? On his deathbed, Li notoriously stated, "I have actually done all that I have to carry out in this world." Could his serene last words likewise mean among the biggest secrets to a long and thriving life? It's interesting to keep in mind that in the West, we're often taught to think that aging is something that must be beaten with high-tech infrared devices and cutting-edge medication. His secret to long health. Li was asked what his trick was to durability. This was his reply: keep a quiet heart, sit like a tortoise, stroll sprightly like a pigeon and sleep like a pet. These were the words of guidance Li offered to Wu Peifu, the warlord, who took Li into his home to learn the trick of exceptionally long life. Li kept that inward calm and comfort combined with breathing strategies were the tricks to amazing durability. Clearly, his diet plan would have played a huge function. But it's remarkable that the old living person in recorded history associates his long life to his frame of mind. Why is this so hard to believe? With a typical lifespan for the Western world currently sitting in between 70 to 85 years, the thought of someone living over 100 years of ages looks like rather the stretch. The thought of someone living over 200 years of ages seems extremely suspicious. But why do not we believe that people can live this long? We have to keep in mind that some individuals in this world don't live a difficult 9-to-5 way of life, they don't need to handle the tensions of debt, they aren't breathing polluted city air, and they exercise frequently. They do not eat refined sugars or flour, or any foods that have had pesticides sprayed on them. They aren't living off of the basic American diet plan. They aren't eating fatty meats, sugary desserts, and genetically modified foods. No antibiotics, no alcohol and no tobacco. Their diet plans not only exclude junk foods that we so frequently delight in, they also consist of superfoods and herbs which are like steroids for our organs and body immune system. They also invest their spare time in nature practicing breathing techniques and practicing meditation which have actually been shown to improve mental, physical, and emotional health. They keep things basic, get appropriate sleep, and invest a large amount of time in nature under the sun. When we get a chance to unwind in the sun, we feel quickly revitalized and call this a getaway. Picture investing a lifetime doing that in the mountains, and integrating that with ideal mental, spiritual, and physical wellness. I do not question for a minute that if all of us did the important things we knew we were expected to do, that living to be 100 years old would be commonplace.